Let's dive into this song by Genesis, Throwing It All Away at number 18, up 6 from 24 on my fantasy playlist of September 6, 1986. Genesis, Phil Collins. I, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this 30 years later. Over 30 years later, Phil Collins had a successful solo career in the early to mid 80s, and he had a successful career with Genesis. Band Genesis as sometimes lead singer, most of the time lead singer and drummer of Genesis. Although Mike Rutherford, he wrote the lyrics to the record Throwing It All Away. The album Invisible Touch. I'm going to have to read this out to you because I can't memorize it. I just slip up every time I try to say it off the cuff. Invisible Touch. When the album came out, Genesis was the first band to have released an album with five top US 5 singles. That is US top 5 singles. Songs that went into the top 5, not just the top 10, but in the top 5, including Invisible Touch, which went to number 1. Invisible Touch, Land of Confusion, Tonight, 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 The Lovely, Into Deep. Not into slow records, but was really into that one, Into Deep, and Throwing It All Away. Written by Mike Rutherford, came up with a guitar riff too. Started out as a heavy record, heavy guitar riff, and Phil Collins banging on the drums like John Bonham of Led Zeppelin. Phil Collins doing Led Zeppelin. But as the course of the record progressed, the song shifted from a hard to a soft spectrum, to a love song lyric and a more gentle guitar riff. And there you go, you got Throwing It All Away by Genesis, produced by Hugh Padgham. Genesis at number, one other thing, when they worked on this album, when they started on this album, they went into the recording studio with a lot of confidence. They had some momentum going for them. The album was recorded at a studio called The Farm. Genesis' own recording studio in southeast England. They started recording there in 1981, had some upgrades in 1985, and afterward they started recording their new album, or the album Invisible Touch. Boy, there was some magic happening right there at the farm. Throwing It All Away at number 18 on my fantasy playlist of September 6, 1986.